3. So we got the movie Bone Lake is a horror thriller movie releasing in the beginning week of October, just in time for the scary fall Halloween season. And honestly, not only it's a damn great time in the theaters, it's probably one of my favorite movies of the year. I know, crazy, right? If I sound a little weird, it's allergy season, so bear with me. And this release strategy is actually perfect for this film. I will explain later on. When Diego and Sage, a couple who want to go on a romantic getaway, right? They go to this beautiful, luxurious estate by the lake. They encounter another attractive couple, Will and Sin. Sin is not short for Cindy, but for Cinnamon. They apparently overbooked or double booked just for that particular weekend. So finding a mature solution to the situation, they kind of make this pact, like, let's ride together, let's chill together, and if we agree if anything weird happens, then we'll just leave or we'll do rock, paper, scissors, right? And they use this word strangers a lot. Strangers. Which is funny because 2 weeks ago, Strangers Chapter 2 with Madeline Petch came out. That movie is actually bad, but this movie is actually pretty amazing. And what ensues is not entirely what I thought and is kind of pretty frightening, to be honest. Scary. So begs the question, what's that weird vibe do you see in the trailers? Can we trust Diego and Sage? What about the attractive couple Will and Sin? And keep in mind, Diego and Sage are attractive too. Sage, as apparently in the movie with Alex Rose's character, she's attractive. She's like girl next door, hot, right? If it's a third entity, what about if it's demonic? Or is it somebody else that's playing these games? Or just one of them? Find out as we talk about it. I heard rumblings about this movie like this with couples, with romance, a little bit of dash of slasher and thriller stuff, releasing in October, which is amazing because there's haunted houses. It's scary season finally a few weeks back, right? And I'm proud to report that I finally got a chance to saw it, and not only did it live up to my imaginations, it literally went above and beyond in terms of the layers of depth of these characters and the situations that they're put into. I actually had to watch this movie twice. That's right, twice. I love romance, I love couples. Before YouTube, I used to go to school to become a romance counselor, so a psychology degree. So that is why I love relationships, seeing in theaters. But also, guess what? In the beginning of my YouTube career, yeah, you could even scroll all the way down. Guess what? I started this channel with scary haunted houses, right? You could even, I know, right? It's so, because some of you have only known me from movies, but if you actually really go down, there's haunted houses. So I love romance, I love scary stuff, I love haunted houses, and putting these together is beautiful. Before I actually talk about the nitty-gritty of this review, I will compare it to other movies that we've been blessed this year with this kind of genre. Think of Companion. They came out in Valentine's Day, right? It's like the couple horror genre, right? A little bit of slasher stuff. Or what about the amazing Hard Eyes, right? That slasher, that thriller, and that actually romance in that movie is actually well adapted. And guess what? A few weeks ago came out together with Dave Franco and Alison Brie. So we've been blessed with good, scary romance movies, with horror stuff, with like couples and stuff. So that is pretty cool. Bone Lake is different. It's refreshing, it's creative, it's thrillish, it's exotic, it's sexy, and oozes charisma in terms of sex appeal. A lot of, like, I guess what you would consider ecstasy. It's like pretty amazing, you know? I was like, oh my god, we'll talk about it. So, what kind of movie did we get? When Diego and Sage arrive to the estate, right? They're talking about their relationships. I guess he's trying to be an author. She's like she's doing her editing job to be like financially supportive of this couple, right? Whatever. And they're the first ones there. And I don't want to say they kind of get roped into this agreement, but they just kind of go with the flow of things. Hey, like they're vibing, they're chilling, they're drinking, they're having a good time. But you already get the sense of, can we fully trust this couple? Can I really fully trust my partner, right? Is it this couple versus that couple? And the movie really conveys that because it really takes center stage in terms of Sage's character. I feel like Diego's there too, but the movie focuses on Sage, like her wits, her tenacity, her survivor skills, as you would call it, with the new attractive couple. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like a lot of people can look at themselves as either couple, right? Either they're having problems that only come to the surface when heated situations like this make them like actually talk about it and actually find a solution to them, nor maybe you would say they're not the spontaneous one as the other couple would call it. Diego and Sage feels like the everyday couple, right? Anyone can see themselves in this type of environment, right? Like, oh, like we're trying to provide for each other. This is our last hurrah before we go back to work. Do they really love each other? Will they kill for each other? And it's like, do they actually want to be together long term? And this situation would actually answer that for you. On the other hand, we have Will and Sin short for Cinnamon, not for Cindy. They're amazing. They're beautiful. They're touchy-lovey. They're affectionate. This is the couple that I see myself and want for my future girlfriend or wife, right? Alex Rowe, I knew he was familiar familiar to me because I saw his other movie in 2018 called Forever My Girl, right? So I love that he was like in the forefront of the attractive couple movie, right? But they're not scared of showing their PTA. I mean, they're literally on like vacation, right? So that is what I would imagine myself doing, you know? And I've done that in college and high school in the past, so I love that couple. I love that the environment. I love their chemistry. I love everything, right? Now, the movie focuses on something going on, right? A lot of people were thinking, yeah, there's blood, there's a little bit of slasher horror stuff in there, but it's not a lot of jump scares. This is more of a game of cat and mouse, manipulation, lies, sex, like tactics, like can we trust our partner? And basically, lust and desire is like the best words I want to say. I was thinking of my best friend, and I'm not gonna say who he is, and he's probably watching this, and I don't even know if I should be saying this, but when I first started watching this movie, granted, I never watched trailers before seeing the movie. I do see it after to give you a better crafted review. I was thinking of him. Let's just call him Prince, right? Prince, because he's an amazing guy. He's good looking, right? So him and his wife, yeah, they're married, right? Him and his wife, like, I guess they would call swingers, right? And I thought this movie was gonna be that, right? I thought this movie was gonna be swingers because two couples, they're gonna party. You don't think they're gonna try to be on top of each other, but what actually ensues is totally different, you know? So it totally subverted my expectations. But it comes to just show you, can we trust our people? Can we trust our partner? Can we trust this other attractive couple? You know, just to reiterate, it kind of feels slow in terms of psychology. Basically, one of the questions that I get asked after, you know, like the swingers subversion thing is, can we trust our main protagonists? Are they driving a wedge between both of the couples? Is it a third entity or demonic realm? Like, we don't even know, and I don't want to tell you, because can we trust everything that we hear? Do we trust our partners that we've been with for so long, for so many years, to be blown out by this? You know, I saw this movie twice, and I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but I just don't buy Diego and Sage's relationship. Maybe I just don't feel like they will last. I'm sorry, but maybe because my love language is will and sins, affectionate, lovey-dovey, being around each other, having that sex, erotic, ecstasy like relationship. You know, I want that. I did connect with will and sin because thank God I've had that in the past. But I mean, Diego and Sage, I think I've started to have that, but then I left because I'm like, this isn't for me, so I can't have this like in my future, my relationship. But also not in terms of the writing, in terms of the script of the movie, maybe because they needed those characters to have that kind of feel like, we kind of have problems, but sex is not really our forte. Like, we love each other for like our comfort or whatever, you know, like a different realm. I don't even know how to describe that because even though it's funny because I went to school for that, it's been so long. So I'm just like, Will and Sin, I really vibe with them. I love them. They're attractive. They're a couple. I love everything about them. And I feel like that's why I saw this movie twice, because of them. You know, they really made me fall in love with those characters. I loved absolutely the twists and turns and the deep revelations of the secrets of the characters, not only Diego and Sage, but also Will and Sin. This is an ending where it changes your outlook and perspective of the whole movie. It's like literally jaw-dropping. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a grade B. This is a perfect for the beginning week of scary fall Halloween season. It's everything that I love. It's scary, it's horror, it's genre, it's romance, it's couples, there's blood, and it's also like a romantic getaway. So this is beautiful. I will talk about spoilers for like the next few minutes because there is some things where I need to talk about that's just mind-blowing for this movie. So please, this is spoilers, right? This is assuming that you watched the movie. Okay, so it is revealed that this game of cat and mouse, it's will and sins, right? So will and sin have this thing where they prey on couples or they try to put them to tests or they play games, right? And they've done this like 6 times, right? And it's actually scary because it's their house. So you see them and like the 75% mark of the movie that they're cleaning the house right before they arrive. They're brushing their teeth, right? They're like a couple. They're already together, right? So they knew this was gonna happen. So they arrived literally like a little hours after the first couple arrives, and then they like manipulate them. You know, it's crazy because I thought it was like it's either one couple or someone like demonic, right? Or a third couple, like whatever, right? And I'm like, dude, oh my god, like it's so hard because now you look back, I'm like, dude, the signs were there, especially after that first sign, the wedding scene. Like at that point, as a man, you would dip out. Like no, you wouldn't, but they stay. You know, they prey on these people. So anyway. They do this as couples, they play games. One of the best scenes of the movie was when they're tied up, Diego and Sage, right? And Will and Sin has them and they're all bloody. This is like the action adventure stuff towards the end, right? And if you've seen the movie, you know where I'm going for this. Will and Sin are giving them a notebook, right? They're like, oh, these people have been missing, whatever, right? And what I loved is that the movie not only told us, but showed us their relationship when they were younger, right? They're like, oh, you know, Thomas or whatever, right? I think the other girl's name was something else, right? And they're just like, we were inseparable as children, right? Our parents wanted to keep us apart. And then at 16, Sin was like, our mother caught us together and then our dad beat us. And I'm like, caught us together. So one of the best lines she said was, we used to sleep together watching movies when we were children and our romance evolved. And I exactly knew what that meant. I'm like, it evolved to what? Like, you guys actually hooking up, and yet it's revealed to us that Will and Sin, the attractive couple, are siblings. What? Dude, I'm just like, I love that. I don't know, I was just like, that's so twisted, that's sinister, that's another deeper level of emotion, especially for the scary fall Halloween season. I'm like, oh my god. And now it just makes you like, oh my god, especially the way they're with each other, they love each other, and they're literally hammering it up, right? They're always on top of each other, right? I'm just like, bro, you're brother and sister and you killed your own parents because you proved your love to the world. I'm like, oh, that is such good horror stuff. Like, think about it. Brother and sister being caught at 16, and now they're still together and they look this attractive and they're still on top of each other. But the reason they're doing it is because they attack other couples. Remember in Hard Eyes, spoilers for Hard Eyes, so click away. Hard Eyes that came out on Valentine's Day, the two people were in love. They killed other couples. So this, I'm telling you, there's like a lot of similarities. This is one of those movies I wanted Will and Sin to win. I'm so sorry, but I wanted Will and Sin to win. Like, I appreciate Diego and Sage, but Will and Sin, you guys are my new favorite. Like, I wanted you guys to win, but they didn't because they died. But I didn't see, that's what I'm saying. I don't really buy that ending because Sage was like, oh, I don't get orgasms because the financial came on me. I'm like, oh, like that's problems now. But anyway, yeah, this movie is beautiful the way I done. If you made it this far, I really appreciate so much. Consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care. Bye.